Hello, my name is Masa Ndlangamandla, and I'm introducing my new channel. It's called Life After Retirement. You are going to hear all about it through my son interviewing me. His name is Sandile. It's the first time you've heard me calling you Sandile.
Only when I was in trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it's a little bit interesting. But yeah, I'm here with Masa Ndlangamandla, who I call my mom. And I think we're just here to talk a little bit about retirement and life after retirement.
Yes.
Right? So, how many years were you working? I think that's...
Actually, I don't think all I know is that it's more than 30 years.
Over 30 years.
Yeah, specifically, I don't have the number. I have to count backwards. I haven't thought about it, but all I know is that it's more than 30 years.
So after 30 years of working, you probably would have had an idea of what you thought retirement would be. I mean, I remember you used to always tell me you're just going to go to Skakangwe and start a garden and just be at home at the village. I always knew that wouldn't happen.
That's what I thought was going to happen. The thing with retirement is, let me tell you, actually, maybe for you viewers actually who think you know what you are going to do when you retire, it's not always that easy. You can actually change your mind about it, because I remember I had many ideas of what I was going to do. I knew what I was going to do when I go to Skakangwe. Actually, one of the reasons I built a house in Skakangwe.
Well, for the people listening, Skakangwe is...
It's my village.
Our home village, where my mother grew up since she was a child.
Yes. So, well, it was also to feel comfortable when I go home, but also to know that at the end of it all, I'm going there. I actually had an idea of what I was going to do, but the thing is, what I was going to do had nothing to do with whether it was for survival, not doing things that I like to do. So perhaps that's I can. For now, I'll stop there. There are things now that I'm going to be doing. Maybe senior questions. I don't know, but
yeah. So what did you think you would do when you retired?
Actually, it's so crazy. Actually, when I retired, I thought I was just going to sit there and maybe do a little bit of home backyard garden, and maybe start having chickens and having rabbits. They were actually in the plan.
You built a nice house in Skakangwe.
Yes.
And that was the plan too.
That was the plan, just to have food to feed myself. That was it. Yes, by then that was it.
Yeah.
Yes, I wasn't thinking way ahead, like what if there is no internet, because normally there is no internet in the village. Yeah. Yeah, so that was the plan.
Yeah, so now, I'd say, how many years into retirement is it now? A year, 2 years?
I retired. No. Actually, remember I stopped working in March of 22 this year.
Yes. Oh, so it's barely a year in.
Barely a year in.
And already, I can already see that retirement is very different from what probably you had envisioned or what I had envisioned. Really.
Yes.
Retirement. You seem more motivated than ever. You seem to be doing a lot of stuff. What is retirement proving to be now, and how is that different from what you thought it would be?
Here's the thing, let me go backwards a little bit. One day I was actually in Skakangwe, my home village. Then we were just talking. I was just, it was the time when it was not holidays. It was just random. I just went home when, normally, you know how Skakangwe is? It can be so quiet. It's like a ghost town. If it's not holidays, when other people who work are not there. I'm there, I'm just walking around. I go to my aunt, we talk and all that. Then I think, this is it. This is what is going to happen when I retire. I knew right then, I'm not going to come to Skakangwe to retire here.
Yeah, it's still my moment.
It's still my home. It's still my. But at that specific moment, I knew something has to change. Now I'm in retirement. I'm going to your second part of the question. Now I'm into retirement. I'm like, I'm actually enjoying my retirement now, because now I have a solid plan. Yeah. Yeah, I'm into that plan. Is it in the question, or I have to go?
Yeah. Let's go right into it. What is the plan? Because that was
the plan was, when I actually went home, that was before retirement, and decided, no, I'm not going to come and actually live here permanently after retirement. Then I had all sorts of plans. I also had to go back and be like, what things do I actually like? For many people who know me, they know that I love writing. Well, I published a book. I like writing.
Yeah.
I also like talking. Maybe you can actually tell that I actually like I like talking. And
that's where I get a lot of it from. Like,
yes.
I like writing and I like talking.
Exactly. I know you actually took from me. So I knew that maybe writing is not going to really work. I'm still going to possibly write.
Mm-hmm.
But also I knew that how do I put my ideas, how do I actually share my ideas?
Mm.
Then I came out with two things, podcasting and YouTube. And I also knew that this podcasting now is going to require that I have a website, and also you have to have, I had to have a topic. What am I going to be talking about? I bounced topics around. Then I came, one of the topics for which we are here is retirement itself. Because I think a lot of people ask themselves, actually that's a defining moment of decision time, really, call it decision time.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, okay, I am actually going to talk about retirement itself. Because I've heard that there are some people actually who lose it and end up maybe in a mental hospital because they're retired, or they become so demotivated. Some of them actually ended up developing all sorts of sicknesses like diabetes and stuff like that. I'm hearing about that. I don't have first hand information.
Because a lot of people feel like after they're done working, they just need to live on the fringes of life now and just almost watch everybody else exist. And I think that's an old-fashioned way of looking at it.
In other words, you take yourself out of the system, basically, by just sitting there. I also knew that I'm not the kind of person that takes herself out of the system. So, it's podcasting, it's YouTubing. So let me talk about podcasting. No. I was actually talking about this, about retirement. Let me go back to that. Yes. Retirement itself is I'm going to actually show people what it is that I do. And also I don't end there. I'm going to interview people that have also retired. Yeah. Perhaps they can share what it is they are doing or planning to do, or what it is, even if you are not doing anything. There are people who just decide we are just going to sit. It's still a decision. And if they're happy with it, that's fine.
And they can come on here and actually share.
Yes, I'm just sitting there. There are people who are happy doing nothing. I'm not one of them. And it's still fine. That decision is only about me. So I'm going to interview these people, and actually I'm going to invite you people, you who have retired. If you want to share something, I will interview you. We will sit and discuss, whatever it is that we are doing. And number two, now, I'm moving on from retirement, is my podcasting. My podcasting is about extraordinary stories of Africa. You know how people view Africa, that there is nothing really that is going on in Africa, that in Africa we don't necessarily, we just sit back and actually watch others do stuff. So, but I know there are so many success stories in Africa. So this podcasting is about interviewing these extraordinary people. They tell us how did they move from wherever they were to actually make a great success of their lives. That is for my podcasting, which is called African Succeeds Podcast. There is a website also, and that website is called African Succeeds .com.
AfricanSucceeds.com.
Yes, AfricanSucceeds.com. That there is a website which I actually developed, by the way. It took me between 3 and 4 months to develop a website. I never knew.
So you started learning how to develop a website from scratch.
From scratch. I started learning how to develop a website from scratch. And I tell you, it's very exciting. You will see it. I will post it. It's very exciting. So that is a project that I'm working on as well. And people are going to hear about it, because it will also, I'll also post links on this on this channel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So basically that's it.
Okay. So I'm sure you had obviously gotten into just the workflow for so many years. You said more than 30 years of working in a typical workforce. What is a typical day like, a retired day like for you now?
Actually, what surprises me is how busy I am on retirement. I'm supposed to just sit back, but my consolation is that you work hard at the beginning of building something, then later on, when it's actually driving itself, kind of, then that's when you work less. Because when I wake up in the morning, I do meditation. I always do it. I go to center myself, so I do meditation and prayer. To actually just make sure that I'm good when I wake up. And of course, and I also do yoga or some kind of exercise, really. Because when you live in Gaborone, what do you do when you go out? When I go out to shops, I take a car and move from the parking to the shops. So I have to do some exercise here. Then as soon as I finish, when I'm done with those two, apart from the usual, you have breakfast and stuff like that, I sit here now and strategize. And actually, coming from the corporate world, I actually plan like I used to plan. I know exactly what I'm doing on that day. It may not actually make it look as all formal. Actually, I'm making it formal, really. If you look at that whiteboard there, I have things to do. I put things
you have
there.
Your goals up there.
I have goals all drawn up, a whole big thing of goals. One of the goals that was there, and I'm very grateful that it appeared there, was this website that took me so long. Because, for somebody without a science degree, or rather a computer science degree, it was challenging. But it's one of those goals that I did. And I'm actually very happy that I did it. And I've ticked it off now.
Right.
Because it's complete now. It will be going live anytime now. Anytime, really, like tomorrow is working day. I don't know, it could even be out tomorrow. Yes, it's done. There's nothing I'm doing on it now.
Great.
Yes, it's just waiting. Yesterday, the other day, I was doing something called SSL certificate. Because when you develop a website, maybe you've gone into websites and you see something that says error. It's because your host or somebody has not actually put there's something they haven't done. You go in there, you talk to the host, and you get that done. So that is done. So all that I'm waiting for is the green light. That now there it is.
Then you can
I'm completely done with it.
Wow. Okay, so I can imagine being retired now. You did say you're actually much busier than you thought.
Yes.
But you actually do have a little bit more time as well to, chill with me, chill with your grandson.
Exactly. Actually, because now I control my own time. I don't have traffic problems where I drive to work and all that. So I control my own time. Definitely, when I need to, just chill. Sometimes when I'm done, I put those, like I say, I don't clutter my things to do. When I'm done with that, I just chill. I just sit, maybe watch Netflix or something. Or I go out with you guys. Sometimes, grown men, of course, many times you don't go out with me. But when I have time to actually go with you and my grandson, I like that. I do those kind of things.
Yeah, I was actually going to segue into that, and we just had a pretty fun trip. I think it's going to be part of this channel.
It is also going to be part of this channel. Yeah. By the way, a very nice trip that we took to, what do you call it?
Big Valley.
Big Valley is coming up. And also, actually, just before I forget, these videos from this channel are going to appear once a week.
Right.
They are going to appear on every Monday.
Every Monday, okay.
Every Monday. So yes, that one is one of those that are still coming up. So I still have fun. I still go out with my friends.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they'll see in the upcoming video we went to. We had a really good time.
Exactly.
Asa, my son, your grandson, he's still talking about it.
Yes.
So he had a great time. Everybody had a great time.
Oh, we had a great time. Ooh, that one, I loved it.
So yeah, that's, I mean, a really nice balance between being productive and just having some time.
Yes, because you got to act. Yes, and I also learned that when you celebrate yourself, going out, doing those kind of things, I'm also celebrating myself. And I'm also not even taking myself out and say, let me just be serious and do this, and work all day long.
Yeah.
No, I do fun things as well.
Yeah.
Yes, because basically I'm not a boring person. So yeah.
You never have been. I think a nice way to close it, as this being probably the first video on the channel, would be what type of things are you looking forward to doing in your retirement? Because your retirement can almost be looked at as the beginning of a new life or a new chapter. What are the things you're looking forward to doing that hopefully we can share on this channel?
Actually, at the moment, I don't have any specifics apart from those two, and apart from the fact that I'll be going around, maybe taking road trips,
trying stuff.
You've
mentioned before that you want to skydive.
Oh yes,
do all of this stuff.
Skydivers, I'm coming. I'm going to definitely do skydiving. I know people think it's crazy. I did zip lining. It's coming. You'll see me zip lining. So I want to do those kind of things.
Exactly.
Yes,
exactly. And I think it will be motivational for other people who are retired and
at my age and thinking the world is ending because they retired. So I'm looking forward to doing that and doing some traveling here. I have places that I want to go to, and I'm going to do that as well. Skydiving is in my bucket list, definitely. That I'm going to do. Falling from the sky deliberately and landing safely. That is going to happen.
Yeah, no, that sounds exciting, and I'm excited to watch you do it.
Yes.
And I'm sure all of the people, all of the subscribers, future subscribers will be excited to follow your journey of retirement.
Yes, I would actually love to see you follow my journey, and one of the things that I would actually want you to do also, apart from just watching, is on the comment section that you also share. Maybe you have stories that you can tell by sharing on the comment section, and also, by the way, subscribing is free. There is a subscriber button at the bottom. You just press that button, and then you become a subscriber in my channel, for my channel. Is it in my channel?
Yeah, a subscriber of your channel, and you get notified every time a video is posted.
And they get notified. There's also a bell when you press it. Yes,
a notification bell.
You get a notification.
So comment, like, subscribe, and hit the notification button.
And hit the notification button. And I just want to say, people who have retired, one of the reasons, apart from the fact that I needed to do something, I just want people who have retired to actually be like, it's not to be like it's the end of the world, or it's the end of it's the end of the world as you know it. I want people to actually say it's just a new chapter. For me, I began to realize how that really means to say it's a new chapter. Indeed, it's a new chapter, because I have energy. I'm not just going to lie down and die. No, should anybody really. And who knows, I may live as long as my aunt, who is 96. So I just wanted to motivate other people to say, hey, there is life after retirement. I'm actually a good example of that. That's basically why I did this channel.
Great, thank you. And I think we look forward to witnessing life after retirement.
Oh yes, and thank you for sitting with me, Sandy, and interviewing me, because that's great. You have your own life. So I hijacked him to interview me. So thank you. I
always enjoy it. Thanks, Mom.
Thank you, sir.
All right.